scored over double the average points in this game week. Hi guys, it's SAVZVIDZ and welcome back to my FPL. Today is going to be a review of how we did in blank game week 29 and a little bit on game week 30. There was only 4 games this week, which means there was 8 teams playing. Everyone thought it was going to be a really low scoring game week, and it was for most people as the average was only 25. However, I'd say we did pretty well, getting a total of 55 points minus the 4-point hit to give us a net 51. We went up 23,000 places from last week, and our overall rank is now 197,331st. We are now in the top 2.4% of players, and our team value is now 108.5 million. This puts us in a great position for game week 30, which we'll come on to later. This is how our team scored this week. Martinez scored 1 in a 2-0 loss to Tottenham with 2 goals conceded. Target scored 0 in the same game because he got a yellow card on top of the 2 goals. Dunk scored 6 against Newcastle with a clean sheet. Dallas scored 2 against Fulham with a 2-1 win. Rafinha scored 8 points in the same game with a goal and 1 bonus point. Son and Bale both scored us 0 points against Aston Villa, which is such a shame. Son was injured and Bale didn't even get any game time. Lingard scored 12 against Arsenal in a 3-3 draw with 1 goal, 1 assist and 2 bonus points. Maja scored 1 in a 2-1 loss to Leeds. He got subbed off at half-time. Kane, our captain, scored us 14 points against Aston Villa in the 2-0 win with 1 goal and 1 bonus point. Bamford scored 11 against Fulham in a 2-1 win. He got 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 bonus points, but he got a yellow card even though he only played 76 minutes. Our transfers were Cancelo to Dunk, which was a free transfer, and that got us 6 more points because Dunk scored 6, Cancelo didn't play. And we did DCL to Maja for a 4-point hit. Maja only scored us 1, so effectively we lost 3 points, but total that is +3, so realistically we were right to do them transfers. A couple of previous transfers that we did leading into game week 29 was we got in Bale, who scored us 1 point over the last 2 weeks, but he had scored 35 points in his previous 3 games. However, Lingard has scored us 22 points in the previous 2 games, so that is pretty good. In our head-to-head match against Josty, we ended up winning 51-39, and we both took a 4-point hit. And we both actually had 9 players, so we didn't have a full squad. Their highest points was they captained Kane to get them 14, they had Bamford that got them 11, and Antonio that scored them 7. We are now 3rd place in the league, 2 points behind Josty, and they are playing 4th place this week. We are playing Megs, who is in 7th place, and they look like they have a pretty good team leading into game week 30. They also have 2 free transfers to try and improve that team. They are 2.1 millionth overall, so let's hope our team can win. Against Ben Foster this week, we won 51-30, and it looks like Ben actually missed the transfer deadline as he had 2 free transfers that he didn't use, and he only had 5 playing players, with his captain on DCL who wasn't even playing, and his vice captain on Son who was injured. What are you doing, Ben? If you watch his most recent video on Ben's channel, the Cycling GK, then he did actually say that he missed the deadline. Come on, Ben, you got to get your team in shape. In our mini league this week, we moved up to 12th place, just 6 points off the top 10 now, but 156 off the top. We've now got 263 people in our mini league, so thank you to everyone that has joined. If you haven't already joined, then use the code below and subscribe if you haven't already. The highest score this week was by the team that is in number 2 place, the Cowcrapper or Toby Holland, with 74 points, which is a very good score considering the average was 25. He almost tripled it. He played his free hit chip and had a great squad. He had Kane who scored him 14, Lingard who scored him 12, Veltman scored him 10, Morpay with 8, Dunk with 6, Rafinha with 8 and Antonio with 7. Well done to you. Game week 30 is in 2 weekends' time, so there's time to take a break from FPL. But I would suggest you have a look at the next 4 weeks ahead, as there is some tricky weeks which might catch you out. Firstly, the international break may bring injuries or COVID infections, so be careful if you're doing any early transfers. Secondly, in game week 31, there's a bit of a fixture swing, so games for Aston Villa, Leeds, Everton, Man U and West Ham become a lot more difficult. Teams like Wolves, Arsenal, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool and Tottenham become easier. Also, Manchester City are rotating their players like crazy because they're still in 4 competitions: the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup and the Premier League. So when most people had triple Man City, you might want to think that those 3 players may only play 1 in every 2 games, so you might want to either change them to a player he's nailed on to play, or make sure you have a really good backup bench for if they don't play. In game week 32, Tottenham and Southampton may have a double game week, so keep an eye out for that. Everton and Aston Villa also have their game to be rearranged, but it's more likely to be after game week 34. Lastly, in game week 33, 4 teams don't play. Tottenham and Man City play in the League Cup final, so them plus Southampton and Fulham, who were their league opponents that week, then don't have a game. If you have 4 or more players from those 4 teams, you won't be able to fill a full squad. We're going to be doing another video talking about players you might want to look at over the next few weeks, especially if you're playing a wild card in game week 30 or 31. So guys, please hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss that video when it comes out. Thanks for watching guys, bye.